So we will be doing a question, polar form. If the complex number is in the denominator and we have to express the number in polar form. So how we will be doing this question? So the very first step, whenever we have a complex number in the denominator, what we do? Rationalize, right? We will write the number in the form a plus iota b. So minus 16 upon 1 plus iota root 3 can be written as minus 16 upon 1 plus iota root 3 into 1 minus iota root 3 upon 1 minus iota root 3. We have rationalized it. Is equals to minus 16 upon 1 minus iota root 3 upon 1 plus iota root 3 into 1 minus iota root 3. It is just the formula of a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. A plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. So it will be 1 square minus iota root 3 square, which can be written as minus 16 1 minus iota root 3 upon 1 square is 1 minus iota square is iota square, root 3 square is 3, minus 16 1 minus iota root 3. The value of iota square is minus 1, so it will be minus minus 1 minus minus plus 1 plus 3. So it can be written as minus 16 1 minus iota root 3 upon 4, right? So 4 can be cancelled with the 16 on the table of 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 fours are 16. So it will be minus 4 in the bracket 1 minus iota root 3, which is equals to minus 4 minus minus plus iota 4 root 3, right? So this will be the complex number. Now you have to convert it to the polar form. So next you can write it is equals to r in the bracket cos theta plus iota sin theta, r cos theta minus 4 r sin theta 4 root 3, right? Then you will be finding r and theta and then you will be solving it. So you also solve on your copies side by side, okay? So we were doing this question. Yes, we were here. Next, we will express it in polar form. Okay. So you also do on your note copies how to express it in polar form. So we reached at z is equals to minus 4 plus iota 4 root 3, right? First we have written it in the form a plus iota b. Now I can take z is equals to r in the bracket cos theta plus iota sin theta, which is polar form, right? So comparing the two values of z, we will be getting 4 plus iota 4 root 3 is equals to this z. I can write r cos theta plus iota r sin theta. All steps will be same, equating real and imaginary parts. So we get r cos theta is equals to minus 4. R cos theta is equals to minus 4, and R sin theta is equals to 4 root 3. Right? Real part is equals to real part and imaginary part is equals to imaginary part. So R cos theta is equals to minus 4 and R sin theta is equals to 4 root 3. Say this is number 2, this is number 3. Okay. Now squaring and adding 2 and 3. Adding 2 and 3. So what we will get? R square cos square theta plus R square sin square theta is equals to minus 4 square plus 4 root 3 square. 4 fours are 16 plus 4 fours are 16 into 3, right? So R square common cos square theta plus sin square theta. Is it okay? Check the calculations also. So 16 we can take also common. So it will be, from here we can take 16 common. So it will be 1 plus 3, or we can multiply 16 with the 3 and we can add 16 to that. Both ways you can do. So it will be 16 into 4. I have done this so that I could easily make the factors. So the factors will be 4 square into 2 square is equals to 4 into 2, 8 square, right? So 16 square I can write 4 square, 4 I can write 2 square. So 4 into 2, 8 square. It will be 8 square. So this implies R square is equals to 8 square, which means the value of R is equals to 8. Okay. R square is equals to 8 square, which because cos square theta plus sin square theta is equals to 1. So R square is equals to 8 square and R is equals to 8. Now we will be calculating theta, right? So calculating theta, we will divide sin theta term with cos theta. So R sin theta upon R cos theta will be sin theta. R sin theta is 4 root 3. R cos theta is minus 4. 4 root 3 upon minus 4. 4, 4 cancel. It is minus root 3. R cancel. Sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta is equals to minus root 3. Implies theta is equals to tangent inverse minus root 3. Theta is equals to, for what value of tangent? Theta will be root 3. So we will be going to the table, right? From the table we can see when theta will be equal to 60 degree, the value of tan theta will be root 3, right? 60 degree. So theta will be 60 degree, right? So we are writing minus 60 degree just because of this negative sign. The value of theta is 60 degree, and just because of this negative sign I am writing it minus 60 degree minus 180 upon minus 3. It is minus pi by 3. So which implies theta is equals to minus pi by 3. There are two ways: either change the quadrant. Yesterday we had written the value by changing the quadrant, right? But I have referred to yearbook. According to the standard, you can also write theta is equals to minus pi by 3. So you need not to change the quadrant. If you find it difficult that changing the quadrants, the value of theta is difficult to you. So whenever negative sign comes, you can just write theta is equals to minus pi by 3. So that it will be easy to you to write the angles, right? Then we got the value of theta, we got the value of r. Now z is equals to r cos theta plus iota sin theta. So z is equals to r. The value of r is 8 and cos of theta means cos of minus pi by 3 plus iota sine of minus pi by 3. This is the polar form. This is the answer. Right? This way also you can write. So this is the complete answer for the question. Now I'm sure that you people are having very clear idea how to express any complex number in polar form. Right? Any doubt in expressing the complex numbers in polar form?
No, ma'am.
Okay, ji. Then we will be starting with the next topic, quadratic equations. Right? So very simple questions are there in this topic, quadratic equation. First of all, what is quadratic equation? An equation in which the highest power of x is 2 is quadratic equation. You have learned about linear equations also, right? What is linear equation? An equation of the form ax plus b means the highest power of x is 1. That is linear equation, but we are talking of quadratic equation. Quadratic equation means when the highest power of x is 2, right? So let us consider the following quadratic equation. The standard quadratic equation, we are taking ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, where a, b, c are the real coefficients, means these are the three real numbers. Then have you learned the formula how to find the roots of x in 10th class or in the previous class? This x is equals to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is the formula of x to find the roots of x. Roots of x means the solution values of this equation. Have you heard about this formula? Have you done this formula before?
Yes, ma'am. Done it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So the solution of the equation ax square plus bx plus c means we will be having two values of x, right? But when we will substitute that
Yes, ma'am.
value, the right hand side, the solution will be given by when putting x in this equation, the value will be 0. That means left hand side will be right hand side, right? So the solution of this equation is given by x is equals to minus b means the second coefficient, plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now in the previous classes, whenever we have calculated the roots, we have always done that this b square minus 4ac value is positive, right? We have not done a single question where the b square minus 4ac, and this is called a discriminant. Discriminant is going to
Yes,
be
ma'am.
a negative value, right? Sorry, this is not discriminant. B square minus 4ac should be greater than or equal to 0, right? We have done all the questions in the previous classes when b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0, and we call this as our discriminant, right? Now we have x is equals to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. We will be having question when this value b square minus 4ac will not be greater than or equal to 0. This value can be less than 0 also. The only difference between the questions which done in previous classes and now in the plus one class is earlier you had discriminant greater than 0, but now you can also have the value b square minus 4ac less than 0. That means the value in the square root can be negative, right? So what you will be doing? Now the first question is solve x square plus 2 is equals to 0. So we will be having x square plus 2 is equals to 0. X square is equals to minus 2. That means x is equals to plus minus square root of minus 2. This is the only new thing added to you people now. Right? Square root of minus 2, which means it can be written as square root of 2 into square root of minus 1. Plus minus will be as it is. Plus minus square root of 2. Square root of minus 1 can be written as iota. The value of x is plus minus root 2 iota. This is the solution. Now, x square plus x plus 1 is equals to 0 is the equation. You have to solve. You have to find the values of x. The very first step you will find b square minus 4ac, or you can solve this question in one step also. Directly you can write the formula x and you can put all the values. So b square minus 4ac is equals to the value of b is, okay, we will solve it. We will solve it actually. So we have the equation x square plus x plus 1 is equals to 0. For your convenience, you can also write the value a is equals to 1, b is equals to 1, c is equals to 1. It is for your convenience only. On comparing this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Comparing the two equations, a is equals to 1, b is equals to 1 and c is equals to 1. Now x is equals to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So you can directly put the values. X is equals to minus b minus 1 plus minus b square means 1 square minus 4 into a means 1 into c 1 upon 2 into 1. Minus 1 plus minus 1 minus 4 upon 2. X is equals to minus 1 plus minus root of minus 3 upon 2, which can be written as 1 plus minus root 3 into root of minus 1 upon 2, which can be written as minus 1 plus minus root 3 iota upon 2. So the two values of x are minus 1 plus root 3 iota upon 2, minus 1 minus root 3 iota upon 2. This step is optional, right? This step is optional. You can also jump from this step to this step directly. That in the question, with the practice you will come to know that minus root of 3 is root 3 iota. So you can directly write this step. So the solution is minus 1 plus minus root 3 iota upon 2. You can directly solve, and the solution is finding the values of x. So x square plus x plus 1 is equals to 0. You first you will write what is the value of a, what is the value of b, what is the value of c. Then write the formula and directly put the values and get the answer. Now the next question is solve root 5x square plus x plus root 5 is equals to 0. Nothing is complicated. You have to write the values of a, b, c and then you have to put the values in the formula. Right. So on comparing it with okay, the given equation is root 5x square plus x plus root 5 is equals to 0. Comparing it with ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, we get a is equals to root 5, b is equals to 1, c is equals to root 5. It is not like the first term is a, the second term is b, the third term is b. No. The coefficient of x square is a, the coefficient of x is b, and the constant term is c. Okay, you have to write the terms in sequence. First x square term, then x term, then constant. If the terms are given like this, root 5x square plus root 5 plus x is equals to 0, then it is not that the first term is a, then b, then c. No, you will write the terms in sequence first, then you will write ABC. Now x is given by minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Always write the formula, okay? Because even if the calculations are wrong, you will be getting marks for the formula. So minus b means minus 1 plus minus b square means 1 square minus 4 into a means root 5 into c means root 5 upon 2 into a means root 5, right? We have written the values of ABC, then we have written the formula. Then we have substituted the values in the formula, and now in the next step, we will solve. So minus 1 plus minus root 1 minus, so it will be root 5 into root 5, 5, 5 into 4, 20. So we will be writing x will be equal to minus 1 plus minus, it was minus 1 only, right? We will check 1 minus 20 upon 2 root 5. Minus 1 plus minus root 1 minus 20 upon 2 root 5 is equals to minus 1 plus minus root of minus 19 upon 2 root 5. Now you know when there is a square root of negative, it is iota. So you will be writing 19 iota upon 2 root 5 as your answer. So the questions are easy. You are solving the quadratic equation in the same way. The only thing, the value in the square root is coming with the negative sign, and you have to write iota instead of this square root of negative, right? Otherwise the questions are simple and easy. Only this type of questions are there in the quadratic equation. Now I have taken one more question from the complex numbers. Find the modulus and argument of the complex number. What is meant by modulus and what is meant by argument, right? So modulus is your radius vector r, or you can say that z modulus. This is your modulus value, right? And argument is your theta, right? Theta is your argument. So if the question comes, find the modulus and argument, that means you have to find z modulus or r, and you have to find the value of theta. R is equals to z modulus represent modulus, and theta represents argument. Okay. So you must be knowing that what you have to calculate. The same way we know how to calculate R, we know how to calculate theta. Only there is a twist in the statement. So we have given the complex number 1 plus iota upon 1 minus iota. Again, we will see the complex number is in the denominator. Whenever there is a complex number in the denominator, we will rationalize. So we are multiplying it with 1 plus iota and we are dividing it with 1 plus iota. So in the numerator, 1 plus iota into 1 plus iota, it will be 1 plus iota square, which means 1 square plus iota square plus 2 iota. 1 iota square means minus 1. 1 minus 1 cancel. So it will be 2 iota in the numerator, and in the denominator 1 plus 1 minus iota into 1 plus iota means 1 minus iota into 1 plus iota means 1 square minus iota square is equals to 1 minus minus 1 is equals to 2. So we will be having 2 iota upon 2, which means iota. Iota can be written as 0 plus iota. So 0 plus iota you will do in the same way. You will write it as 0 plus iota is equals to r cos theta plus iota r sin theta. So 0 will be equal to r cos theta, 1 will be equal to r sin theta. Squaring and adding, r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta will be equal to 0 square plus 1 square. So r square will be equal to 1, r is equals to 1. Shortcuts are given to you, but you will be writing all steps, right? Just as we had done in the polar form. So I'm not giving the details because we have done this so far. So r is equals to 1. So r is equals to 1 means the modulus value is equals to 1. Now to find theta, you will divide r sin theta with r cos theta, right? R sin theta by r cos theta will be equal to 1 upon 0. So r sin theta upon r cos theta will be equal to 1 upon 0 is equals to infinity. So tan theta is equals to infinity. For what value of theta the tan theta is going to be infinity, we will check from the table, right? So the tabular value we will check this. Tan theta is infinity when theta is equals to 90 degree. When theta is equals to 90 degree, then tan theta is infinity. So our argument, our theta will be 90 degree. So this is given to you in the answer that theta is equals to 90 degree. Pi by 2 means 180 upon 2 is equals to 90 degree. So this is how to find the modulus and argument. So modulus is 1 and argument is pi by 2, right? Now take your copy and pen and solve this second question. Find the modulus and argument of 1 upon 1 plus iota. Then from your NCRT book, you have to solve this exercise, right? This is exercise 5.3 of your NCRT book. If anyone is not having book, I will send you a book also. So these are the questions from the quadratic equations, right? So all are easy. The only thing you have to find the value of x by applying the direct formula. Okay. So now solve this 1 upon 1 plus iota. Second question solve and send me the solution. One upon 1 plus iota.